Man, I can't wait for its fucking summer to be over with already. It is so freaking hot in Syracuse, New York, to say the least, everybody. Which I hope you don't hear my fan again, like I always tell you people at the top of the podcast. As always, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms, Lucas E. Allen Show, which is LimitsCenter podcast for your Thursday, June 11th of 2026. For anything, follow me on social media, Lucas E. Allen 1018, on Instagram and TikTok. Watching today's podcast on YouTube, hit the like button to today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for upload notifications, missing uploads for our YouTube channel. And always feel free to leave a comment as well. Thank you, my LimitsCenter podcast, Lucas E. Allen 1018. For your Thursday, June 11th of 2026. Always watch on Spotify, do the same thing, leave me a comment. And also a 5-star rating, be very nice as well, to say the least. Yeah, it is just fucking steamingly hot in this Syracuse, New York area, to say the least. Anyways, let's go on into today's podcast, man. Your news for the day, to say the least. So CM Punk's Zibby absence is not due to lack of creative plans. Which, by the way, chucked some interesting discussion on social media about potential creative issues with WWE. Maybe even potentially leaving, just questioning his release from WWE. Well, guess what, people? That is not going to happen at all. Why would CM Punk, let's just on one of those backstage scenarios where he actually beat the living shit out of people? If that's the case, then maybe, yeah, you might get your CM Punk return to AEW, but I doubt even Tony Khan wants CM Punk back in AEW. Maybe discussing that, though. Also, WWE's current stance on running Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns after recent teases. We discussed that. Also, an AJ Lee is not expected to return to WWE imminently, which caused some speculation on the social media she should retire again from professional wrestling. We'll be discussing that. Also, Nikki Bella addresses the possibility of continuing wrestling after a WWE deal expires. We'll be discussing that. Also, in AEW news, accuses Ryan Nemeth of misleading conduct. We'll be discussing that. And also finish off with my girl, the lovely Mercedes Mone. Fires back at people for pregnancy rumors and AEW exit rumors. Yeah, I gotta discuss that honestly, to say the least. So on today's podcast, go ahead and join me. Besides content, your LimitsCenter podcast. For your Thursday, June 11, 2026 on YouTube, Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube. And all audio platforms, Lucas E. Allen Show. Let's get on today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And starting with, you guessed it, CM Punk's WWE absence is not due to lack of creative plans. CM Punk's absence from WWE TV has sparked plenty of theories, but one rumor is now being shut down directly. Over the last few weeks, speculation has grown that Punk was being kept off television because WWE simply didn't have creative plans for him. That theory gained traction after Punk was pulled from several advertised Raw dates and also WWE's European tour, leading to many fans to wonder what's going on behind the scenes. According to WrestleVotes, however, fans are looking in the wrong direction. During a Q&A session, WrestleVotes was asked whether it was true that WWE currently has no plans for Punk, and that's why he has been off television. He made it clear that that's not the case at all. He doesn't quote, "No, not true." Don't know where that came from. aka Internet Troll 101 on Twitter. I'll tell you that right now. Instead of creating issues, WrestleVotes said that Punk is simply getting some well-earned time off after an intense run to the top of WWE. WrestleVotes also pointed out that Punk just reached one of the biggest moments of his comeback run. That says, of course, a well-deserved break for a wrestler, a guy that's been going outside of injury for 3 straight years. Just main event WrestleMania, get a little time off. He'll be back in no time. Right back at the top of the card, it is not true. They have no plans for CM Punk, and quote. This is this bullshit where people say, "Oh, CM Punk requested his release of WWE." So those people on Twitter and stuff like that. You cannot be out of your freaking mind, to say the least. It could be some Punk troll. I don't know if that's the case or stuff like that. Maybe it's some AEW sicko trying to do that. I don't freaking know, honestly. Or I want to know with that fan base, or even WWE's fan base, obviously. The freakos versus the sickos, people. You can't fix stupidity when it comes to those two fan bases. But honestly, Punk's just getting time off. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's going around like major stuff. He'll probably back by SummerSlam. Will he be doing that SummerSlam? Remains to be seen. Maybe in a... I don't even know, honestly. But he's getting some time off. He has no heat with him to be honest. I believe so, honestly. Knock on wood. Probably just well-deserved time off. He's been the top wrestlers the whole 2025 and 2026. So, of course, he's getting some time off. Plus, he's like 40, almost 50-plus years old. Like, come on, people. He ain't like some, 30-year-old guy that's going to flips and dive on the top rope and stuff like that. It's a CM fucking Punk, people. That's my thoughts on this for sure. You ain't going to get no CM Punk return to AEW. You're not getting some CM Punk retiring from professional wrestling again. Get that out of your thick skull, you fantasy-driven dweebs on social media. Get that out of your thick skull. Punk's going nowhere. He's going nowhere to say at least. That's my thoughts on this for sure if you ask me, though. Alright, WWE's current stance to run a part 3 between Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns after recent teases on, was it Clash in Italy, stuff like that. During a Q&A session, WrestleVotes was asked whether WWE has plans for Cody versus Roman this year, especially during the summer after the recent backstage stare-down. WrestleVotes said that as of now, WWE has no summer plans for that match. Says, and I quote, "Due to answer your question about Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, I have been told there is no plans to do that match in the summer at all," end quote. Nor should they. Because what, you gonna do, merge the undisputed WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight title again? When was the last time they figured out what Roman Reigns doing shit like that? Oh, guess right, it was Vince McMahon booking Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38. You gonna do that again? Like, this time merging the championships? That'd be freaking stupid. Do I see it happen? I don't. Could it be a Roman versus Cody for the undisputed WWE Championship? I don't even freaking know. Could it be title versus title and one of them vacates the other title? I don't even know, nor I want to know, to say at least. Running a Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns part 3 match this time this soon? It'd be freaking stupid if you ask me. Here are freaking sirens outside my apartment. What else is freaking new? Unbelievable. I've recorded podcasts and the world goes so freaking insane, to say at least. But I don't like the idea of Roman versus Cody anytime soon. I just don't like that at all. So I hope they don't do it at all. And it's not happening anytime soon. Obviously, support from WrestleVotes Radio, to say at least. That's my thoughts on this for sure if you ask me, I'll say at least. Moving on to AJ Lee. Speaking of CM Punk before the top of the podcast segment, obviously. AJ Lee is not expected to return to WWE imminently. Which this is the end for a run. I'm just going to explain my thoughts since the end of the segment, though. On the newest episode of WrestleVotes on Fightful Select, it was stated that Lee is not expected to be back in WWE imminently. Says, and I quote, during WrestleVotes Live on Fightful Select, it was mentioned that AJ Lee isn't expected to return to WWE imminently. And more sirens break loose. This is just freaking comical, people. It is freaking comical, the freaking sirens outside my apartment. This is unbelievable. I record a freaking podcast and the world decides to go freaking nuts in a nutshell. We done? God, I hope so. That's just the rest of this notes here, obviously. Thank God, remember my notes there, obviously. I mean, damn. Anyways, AJ, my thoughts on this. I don't see why I should be going away. At least be retired back and not going back in a war and retired from back in WWE. Like, she really said at WrestleMania play backstage segment and stuff like that after she lost to Becky Lynch. Where she said, I'll see you all, not done yet, just I'll see you down the road. Whether that means wrestling, I don't know if that meant to be wrestling, I don't know, it remains to be seen. But I just can't see seeing AJ Lee just for her come back for one match and one feud to only be Becky Lynch. If that's the case, that's fucking stupid. Because AJ is a plethora of opponents you go out to wrestle, like a Roxanne Perez, who idolize AJ Lee. Maybe potentially on Paige and AJ Lee reunion against the Bella twins. Maybe the Bellas turn her back on Paige. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe like AJ and Liv Morgan be interesting. Like, come on, there's a bunch of opponents AJ could face. It'd be interesting. But I just don't see her being done yet. She literally came back last year. Well, she already be done already. Even now she's like older or anything. She's actually pretty young age for her. But I don't know, man. I don't say I've been impressed with AJ, but I'm a huge AJ fan. Obviously. I just said the run's been, she's given nothing for this creative run. WWE has done nothing with AJ Lee other than the Becky Lynch stuff. Even that was like not the greatest, if you ask me. I hope to see her back eventually, to say at least, so that's my thoughts on this for sure, if you ask me. Alright, so another person I actually love in professional wrestling, Nikki Bella, just like AJ Lee, addresses possibility of continuing wrestling after WWE deal expires. Nikki Bella's WWE future may not be final as it once sounded. As you know that her future depends on how her body feels once her contract expires. The Bella Twins previously revealed that they signed 2-year WWE deals at the 2026 Royal Rumble, with Nikki suggesting that this run could serve as her final chapter. She even said she wanted to properly closure on when it's time to walk away. However, in a new interview with Casino Guru, Nikki made it clear that she is not fully closing the door on wrestling after her current WWE contract expires. According to Nikki, it will come down to how her body feels and whether she believes she can still perform at the right level, obviously. She says, and I quote, "Never say never. Honestly, it's all going to depend on my body, how I feel. I look in the ring compared to others. I'm the most aware person ever, and I don't ever want to take spots from people. I am there to elevate, bring equity, and I feel like I can't hang. Guess what? I'm not going to hang. I'm not going to hang. I'm not going to pretend like I can. So how I feel, I am at the point in life," end quote. Now, I haven't been impressed with Nikki since her comeback to WWE. I have not, honestly. She hasn't got much of anything. She's been had an injury here, obviously. Took away from WrestleMania, obviously, with how her and Brie potentially win the women's tag team titles. But I don't see her wrestling after this run. I really don't. As an honest fan, Nikki Bella, I don't see her wrestling after a run with Bella Twins as a duo. I don't think I see Brie wrestling after that. I don't think that at all. But that's my thoughts. I think Nikki still can bring like value to women's wrestling. Obviously, she's still a big name. She also looks great for her age. So she's like 40, 41, say at least. Like she looks like she's freaking like 20 years minus that. She's in her freaking 20s and 25. She looks incredible, obviously. Has she been like the best in-ring professional wrestler since coming back? No. But she was just like AJ Lee. They're doing this Divas era where women's wrestling didn't mean anything to this company. And it still doesn't to a point, but still at least there's better wrestlers in just 2026 compared to like 2009, 2006 and stuff like that. Anyways, I hope to see Nikki back to say at least. She's all great with ankle stuff to say at least. And that's my thoughts on this for sure if you ask me. Alright, to AEW. Wants to some AEW news, and we'll get on here for 2 pieces of news here to say at least. AEW accuses Ryan Nemeth, the big brother Nick Nemeth, obviously, as you probably can tell the last name and stuff, a misleading conduct. Former AEW star Ryan Nemeth, obviously. Ryan Nemeth's legal battle with AEW, Tony Khan, and CM Punk has taken another turn, and AEW is now trying to force a dispute of reputation in Florida. According to Post Wrestling, AEW filed a petition on June 5th in U.S. District Court of the Middle District of Florida, claiming Nemeth was misrespected, or misrepresented, I can't freaking speak today, and misled them through his conduct. The company wants the matter to hand in the JAM's administrative office nearest to Duval County. It was obviously Duval with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Only it's playing there, but still. It's supposed to be in the Jacksonville area, obviously. Under Florida law. JAMS is a privately attribution company that AEW designed in its contract language for resolving disputes. After the parties previously agreed to move the matter to arbitration, AEW claims Nemeth instead filed a demand. No, not funny, I'm sorry. With JAM's office in Orange County, California, while adding several unsupported claims under the California Labor Code. AEW argues that those California claims do not apply because Nemeth was not responsible, and employees were not employed, instead classified as an independent contractor. The company also claims that it tried to move its reputation to Florida last November, but Jams declined to request on December 2nd. Jams later then gave both sides a list of 10 possible attributors, including 6 in California, 3 in Florida, and 1 in New York. AEW claims that list favored Nemeth because most of the attributors were based in California. The company argued that the whole attribution would violate the terms of Nemeth's agreement. AEW is now asking for the courts to confirm that Nemeth's contract terms are valid and enforceable. The company also wants Nemeth blocked from pursuing attribution in a way it claims violates the agreement. While also seeking attorney's fees, costs, and any other relief on the court may allow. In a separate filing on Tuesday, AEW and Tony Khan also moved to seal confidential information tied to 3 independent contractor agreements Nemeth signed between 2021 and 2023. They argued that the contracts contain private business details, and finally, sensitive, in quotes, sensitive, confidential, and property information, or propertainery, you can't freaking speak information, belonging to petitioners, including but not limited to information related to its business practices and its internal economic structures, competition, and comprehension, can't freaking speak at all today, agreements, and finally, incidental property. Ryan Nemeth's a fucking idiot. Let's just all be real. The guy just seems like a freaking asshole. You just want to punch in the face. Well, I'm not joking. No offense to him. It seems like I'm going to shit on him, but I just never find value in a guy like Ryan Nemeth. Compared to his brother Nick Nemeth, it's the complete opposite. Nick Nemeth's a fucking phenomenal pro wrestler, former Dolph Ziggler, obviously. Like, that guy was freaking great. Ryan Nemeth, I feel, it does nothing for me in 2026. Comes to professional wrestling, to say the least. This is something that could come down AEW's throw to backfire for him? Sure. Let's be real, it's a freaking Ryan Nemeth. Who the fuck cares about Ryan Nemeth, people? Let's just all be real about this. Who cares about Ryan Nemeth? Because I know I don't, honestly, to say the least. It's like the Vince McMahon lawsuit. Like, who the fuck cares? We get it, bro. It's the same shit over and over and over. It's like missionary positioning every single night. As a Roman Reigns would say. Like, seriously, I'm tired of lawsuits, dude. They're fucking the same old bullshit, if you ask me. That's my thoughts on this for sure, if you ask me, to say at least. And finally, you're on for your LimitsCenter podcast, for Thursday, June 11, 2026, on Lucas E. Allen 1080 on YouTube and all audio platform Lucas E. Allen Show. My girl, the lovely Mercedes Mone. Shameless the best to last, or the best for last, obviously. My girl Mercedes Mone fires back at pregnancy and AEW exit rumors. Mercedes Mone is finally addressing the rumors about her 6-month absence from AEW. Right in her Mone mag, her newsletter obviously, Mone directly addressed that many rumors that circulated during her absence, including claims that she was pregnant, having contract issues, or preparing to leave AEW. Mone explained that her time away was simply a chance to rest after years of non-stop wrestling. It's definitely fair if you ask me. But just no quote, I'm back and I feel better than ever, almost 6 months away, and I've never had a break for that long, that wasn't due to injury, and after 16 years, and was the first time I truly got to relax and have no worries, end quote. It's definitely great for her, obviously, great for her indefinitely. As a fan of her, obviously. While she enjoyed the time off, Mone admitted that there was one thing she quickly realized. But one thing I realized during the run of 10 ways, she does not quote, I miss wrestling so much, especially that AEW. She then turned her attention to countless rumors after spread online that while she was gone. She doesn't quote, while I was gone, I saw all the rumors. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, she has contract issues. Oh, she's leaving. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, nothing. And quote, and all capitalized letters, obviously. God, I just love this woman, obviously. Taking all the shots at those haters, obviously. I fucking love it, bro. I fucking love it. Mone made it clear that there was no hidden drama behind her absence and questioned why fans felt it needs to speculate so heavily about her personal life. Because people are weird, Mercedes. Let's all be real. You know you probably can admit that, obviously. She also took a shot at wrestling fans who are constantly trying to predict what's going on for next instead of simply enjoying the product as it unfolds. She doesn't quote, "Can I enjoy my vacation? And please, can a woman have a period and be bloated? Can I enjoy my time without any speculation and rumors?" No, you can't. Not according to the IWC, obviously. One thing I also learned is there's nobody more impatient than wrestling fans. She doesn't quote, "Also, y'all are the type of people who look up the ending of a movie before finishing it. You love not being surprised. You love not being present and fully in the moment because you're so caught up in the fantasy." End quote. This is definitely obviously true. Obviously, wrestling fans are like that. Obviously, I'll be honest. I could be like that too at times. Like for predicting with the finish and stuff like that. Obviously, the finish matters and stuff. But not for taking a girl like Mercedes, though. I just look at her presence and I'm just freaking amazed on how freaking talented she freaking is. That's my opinions on that, obviously. She has every right to feel this way. I've seen the rumors, honestly. They're a fan towards her, obviously. It's, oh, she's pregnant. No, she's just leaving AEW to go back to the Fed and come back to Sasha Banks returning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that it's not going to happen anytime soon. Get that out of your thick skull, IWC. You divvy freako fan base out there. Mercedes Moné is going nowhere, people. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was even questioning between a pure double or nothing. Even I had to question it to a point. Because where the hell is this woman? I guess she wants to be like, take her time off and stuff. I'd rather her return a double or nothing, though. Compared to, obviously, Dynamite in Nebraska. But hey, I can't complain. She's back on television. It's all I freaking care about, to say at least. To wrap up your LimitsCenter podcast for your Thursday, June 11th of 2026. As always, thank y'all for watching LimitsCenter on YouTube, Lucas C. Allen 1018, and all audio platforms, Lucas C. Allen Show. Shout out to your LimitsCenter podcast for your Thursday, June 11th of 2026. And hopefully, knock on wood, long ass knock there to say at least. I can have your Friday night absolute suckdown. June, what is that, 5th of 2026 review out today to say at least. I know. It's Thursday, and let's not get into your SmackDown review, obviously, for this week. I know your boy is freaking crazy to say at least. As always, until next time, I trust you. Have me next time, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. I'm out here. Love y'all big time to say at least.